paradigm change to this patient-centric and team-based way of providing health care. This is also due to the lack of, for instance, physicians. In Germany, for instance, we have a lack of general practitioners, especially in the rural areas, and we definitely have to think of ways how to share this among other professionals like nurses and other healthcare professionals. So what I think could be, and one of the major barriers in healthcare from an ICT perspective is that the ICT in healthcare is very fragmented, and even the standards that we have a lot of standards in healthcare, do not really enable systems to be interoperable. And I think the collaboration, the culture and the methodology that FLOSS provides is a way of collaborating, and this could be a very good basis to set up new ICT systems, integrated systems for the healthcare industry, which currently has silos of data, and these silos of data have to move to integrated systems. So, yeah, for the next 10 years, I cannot really predict what is going to happen, but I can say what I would like to see. And I think there are different movements or different things that are going on, and that I would like to see that they are happening. From one point, I think it's necessary that from a governmental point of view that FLOSS is supported, so that on a policy level that we are not facing legal issues in this area. So we have to have security on this basis, that FLOSS can be used in hospitals. And I would definitely like to see a cross-fertilization between the healthcare community and the general FLOSS community, because what we are lacking is really good software architects in the healthcare area. We do have several very good open source applications and projects, but most of them come from the universities and from medical informatics departments, and these people might not have the knowledge that is available here in the FLOSS community. What we have seen, the very professional companies and presentations, and that would be a very good contribution, and I really would like to see that these companies or communities are looking at the specific needs in the healthcare domain. Yeah, and of course professional support services are essential, because no one in the healthcare domain could take the risk in a hospital to play around with open source solutions, because they have to provide healthcare for patients, and this is it's a critical mission. It's sometimes a question of life or death, of course, and these systems just have to run, and nobody can take the risk and the time just to play around with new solutions. So we definitely need also strategies for change management. Yes, that I think it's more or less what, and in the future what I think could be also a driving force could be the area of mHealth, mobile health, and personal health systems. So this could be a grassroots movement in a way that what we are seeing is that mostly in developing countries this is a huge development in the way healthcare, and also a paradigm change in the way healthcare is provided to the people, because in developing countries there's a problem that there is a lack of infrastructure. But a lot of people in developing countries have mobile phones. Like I heard that in Bangladesh, in a slum, they have tried to provide a healthcare system, and they asked, okay, but how many people have a mobile phone? And they said 80%. And I think this is really for the future. It's a great opportunity to provide healthcare. Thanks.
Thank you all for the time you give. It is now for the open discussion. We'll have approximately 40 minutes before the prayer and lunch, and it's open discussion, thoughts and question to the panelists.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Thank you for the panel and for the time that we have enjoyed yesterday and today. I hope that you hear me. We are users of open source from the engineering community for the last 10 years, and we've seen how the software is changing. What I'd like to comment about is that if we are going to look into the future of open source software, we have to think of what happened in the past. And I feel that in the beginning was more like a holy war. The academic community especially felt that they were deprived from the technology, and this has been hijacked by the new companies that have succeeded in taking up the market, and especially Microsoft, where the academic community was deprived from being able to touch the things that they have created in the first place. Many companies in the IT have lost their market share, and Microsoft especially started taking that share. And when they succeeded on the same basis that now the promise of open source is coming, which was it was cheap and free. MS-DOS or IBM DOS or whatever, it was available to anybody who buys a PC, and it comes with it, and all the other software was available because there was no charge being put. It comes with your hardware, just the same way it was coming. But as we as users made these companies super and they derived the other companies out, now we are charged for what we have done to make them successful. Microsoft now is charging us for updating our machines, that when we bought the machine, we bought the software with it. So this basic problem, what I feel is that we could face this even with open software companies, and I hope you allow me to use like the word Red Hat or any other, because then we will become also the danger of our own success. As the open software succeeds, they will start charging the people who have helped them to do that. Because what happened is that all the people who have contributed to Linux are like the soldiers who came out of war and with broken limbs and so on. They did not make use of the victory, but the business made the benefit of the victory. So what I feel is that the success of a society in the information technology is that only if we control three aspects. One is the marketing. There's so much of good software that we know about, our colleagues are not using. The open and free software is not being used because it's not being marketed. Nobody tells those guys that this is free and this is good and you can use it. And we know very well that in GIS, in open